Good afternoon, everybody. I'm George Hooper, the chairperson for the Senior Center Building Committee. I want to thank you for attending today's groundbreaking ceremony for our new Senior Center. A lot of hard work has gone into this project, from identifying the ideal location, as you see today, to the detail of design from our architects here. To have the vision to serve the needs of the seniors in Wilmington, to the ability to provide a facility where they can come together and engage in activities and find the support that they need. For some involved, it seemed like it was a long road for the committee, and for others, it may have seemed like this would not happen in their lifetime. But I'm here to tell you, it's happening. Here we are today, all right? With this groundbreaking, and the start of construction for our new facility and a new chapter for the seniors of Wilmington. I have some people here that have some opening remarks they'd like to say. And first, to start us off, is the Honorable Senator Barry Feingold. Thank you.
Thank you, George. It's great to be here. And, I give a lot of speeches, but not often do I have, church bells in the background. So it's kind of a nice thing, makes you feel good. So, but what a day. I couldn't have better weather. And I do believe the sun is shining on us, because this is going to be such a great building for so many people for so many years. And I think it really is a tribute to this town when you say, okay, we're gonna help and take care of those people who have made this community what it is today. And there's so many seniors that I can go around here about how much impact they've made in this community, and I think that is a great thing. My only regret is that one of my former colleagues, Jim Maselli, nobody loves seniors more than him, and I can tell you he'd be smiling from face to face, from cheek to cheek, and would be so happy to see something like this. So, but it's just such a tribute to all of you, and just want to wish you all the best. And anything myself or Representative Robertson can do along the process, we're here. But just a million thank yous, and I'm very excited for all of you. So, congratulations. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Our next speaker will be State Representative Dave Robertson. David.
Good to see you, too. They turned the bells off for me, huh?
Yeah,
they knew. Well, I'm going to keep my remarks short and sweet, because all I want to do is really to say congratulations. John, Robin, Terry, Diane, the board. I'm very flattered that you asked me to speak today, but all I really did was write the one op-ed, and I attended a few of the meetings where I knew better than to get in front of this working group, because they had the vision. They had a lot of vision, a lot of excitement, more than a few morbid jokes during the process about who will be around to see this when it's finally built, but it's here. And congratulations. It just wasn't enough that you built this community that I was able to grow up in, but you now have a place that's, I think, deserving of the Wilmington seniors. God, you were getting more mileage out of the Bazell than I think any other building in town. But I'm just beside myself. I don't know how to describe how happy I am. The weather's perfect for it, and really, I just look forward to making more memories with all of you, because you kindly adopted me as one of your own there. And congrats. You all worked so hard for it, and I can't wait to see it finally recognized and start serving the community. So, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you and the committee for doing it all.
Absolutely. All right, our next speaker will be Director of Elderly Services, our own Terry Marciello.
All right, so I'm not going to be prim and proper today. The heck with that. This is a fantastic day. And let me tell you why that church bell was ringing and why it kept going is because the people that are up in heaven right now that also wanted this to happen, they are with us. They are with us. So I have to just grab my cheat sheet that I put up here. I'm carrying this because I got this as a gift. And I was told anytime I go on to wear it, I was here the other day and I didn't wear it. So from now on, I promise I'll be wearing it. All right, so we did it. Today is a big day. We believed and trusted each other that this day would come, our time, Remember these pins. Our time to be here to do the support and give support to one another. Today is a day of celebration of a team. Teamwork. The definition of teamwork is what we're standing on right now. And the fact that we got this beautiful piece of property that the town had and that the town voted on and agreed for us to be able to put a center on here and agreed to build a center is phenomenal. So, how did this all start? It started with Audrey Reed. Where's Audrey Reed? So, it starts with a conversation. It starts with getting people interested and seeing that there's a need. So on August 19th, I believe it was, 2019, she wanted to be on the agenda for the commission. So she was on our agenda, and she spoke her need, which then, and then, there's the story. So today is a celebration of appreciation. So appreciation to Audrey to getting this going and not being afraid to speak her mind, not being afraid to show that there really was a need. Thank you for the focus group and the commissioners who spent hours visiting different senior centers, seeing the needs and seeing what could be brought here to Wilmington. To also working very hard to do a presentation for the selectmen on December 2019, which went over very, very well. Appreciation to the select board to developing the article for our annual town meeting. Not just one, but a couple. Appreciation for the residents that were there to support and voted in for all of what's happening today. Appreciation for the Senior Center Building Committee who spent endless hours, hours upon hours with a great leader, our lovely George Hooper. Lovely. So which led on to the appreciation of our OPM, Dan Pallotta, who was not voted in, but pretty much voted in as to be our OPM and has guided us along and making sure we're going on the correct path. We appreciate Lee Morissette with the dedicated hours that he has been putting forward. And after many debate on an entrance, we love your entrance. So thank you very much. And also for the town manager, where is he sitting? And for the town manager to supporting us the whole way through, from beginning to the beautiful beginning of a new building. And last but not least, my staff, because honest to God, they know me the best, and so they kept me going. So thank you so much. This is only the beginning of us meeting together, and we're going to have a great party afterwards up at the Senior Center. So please come up for refreshments. That's why you're not seeing a whole lot of seniors right down here right now, because they're up at the Senior Center. The old Senior Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. That was awesome. All right, next is the chairman of the select board, Gary DePalma.
About 30 years ago, I came to Wilmington. I love this town. But all I kept on hearing every year is, you need a senior center. No more? You got it. You got it with the support of everyone in town. No matter where you were, the talk was the senior center. And what happened? Town meeting, voted in. Town meeting, voted in. No more hussing around. The ground has been broken. I drove by here a few days ago and I saw this. I said, wow, what's it going to look like? A few days later, I drove by. Nothing was here. These guys are crazy. I want to congratulate everyone that's involved. I can sit here for an hour and list everyone's name. Instead, I just want you to understand the outstanding people that came forward and said, we want a senior center. We're demanding a senior center, and we deserve it. And by God, you do. Thank you. Good luck. Let's have fun with this thing now.
All right, next to speak will be our town manager, Jeffrey Hull.
Good afternoon. This is certainly a great day. George ordered up the weather, ordered the music. There's pretty much nothing he can't do, so hats off to George. I certainly just want to acknowledge again our legislative delegation for being here. Certainly the members of the board who are here and all those that were not able to make it. We have with us board member Frank West and the chair that you just heard from, members of the Finance Committee, our Permanent Building Committee. All were able, or many of them were able to make it for this event. This certainly was a long road, so to speak, and there were some ups and downs over the course of the time that we were pursuing the Senior Center. But I'd like to take you back just for a couple of minutes to the concept, which was back in 2015. The concept was to assess our buildings and develop a facilities master plan. The thought was, you know, we've got a lot of buildings, many of them are aging. Let's get a handle on what needs to be done to these buildings, which ones should be kept or replaced, and put a time frame together as to when that'll happen. It's one thing to put together a plan, and we have a lot of plans and sometimes get criticized for plans, but it's a lot more impressive and certainly much more challenging to execute on that plan. And when I look back at the facilities plan, and we talked about beginning the process for a senior center in 2022, and here we are in 2023, about to break ground. That is, in my estimation, pretty impressive to deliver on the promise. I'd like to also acknowledge a number of folks that had important roles in this process. Many have been noted previously, but certainly to all the seniors who were so spirited in your comments and efforts to put this front and center. The Elderly Services Commission members, Terry Marciello, for all of the work that you put forward in terms of making the case as to why a senior center was so important. Obviously, the residents of Wilmington who showed up at the town meeting and decided that it was in their best interest to put their money out here to fund this project. Certainly, members of the board, select board past and present, who endorsed this project, our finance committee, and certainly the senior center building committee, who spent endless hours at meetings in the evenings, going through all the various permutations of what could be. George Hooper, our fearless leader, who really was the skipper of the ship, so to speak, in keeping us on course and on time. He deserves a lot of accolades. Our owner's project manager, as previously noted, Dan Pilata, who has given us sage advice over our many months in terms of how to approach this, things to do, things to avoid. And certainly Lee Morsetti from Dietz & Company, our designer architect, who was able to distill the collective ideas of the committee into design plans that we have today. So in this effort, I think we can take a page out of the mantra that the seniors use, and that is better together. So to use perhaps an analogy from Game of Thrones, let the construction begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, and our last speaker, I know I had a discussion with him. He didn't have anything prepared, but it's Dan Pilata, our OPM.
I don't have much to say. I know everyone wants to get going with the shovels, but I do want to remind everybody that this is a construction site, and you're not allowed on the construction site. The fences are going to go up. Don't try to peer in. Don't try to peek in. I don't care who you are. It's not our site. It's the contractor's site. I also want to say that this is, I think, our 8th senior center. And with every senior center, I say the same thing. It's easy to build the building. It's hard to maintain the building. The building's got over 1 million parts to it, and you need to start working on the finance committee today on making sure that they fund it to keep it maintained. Buildings today are complicated. Start working on John Doherty today, John. You're not getting off the hook, all right? Put some money in that budget. So we're excited to be here, and we're gonna build you a beautiful building.
All right, for closing remarks, as the chair of the building committee, we don't do this alone. I'd like to thank the committee, the Senior Center Building Committee, Diane Allen, Terry Marciello, Teresa Manganelli, Lila Maselli, Paul Melorani, Jack Holloway, and Greg Bendel for all their hard work and dedication to help put this together. Our town manager for all his support and efforts that we put it through. Our select board, Gary DePalma, Kevin Kyra, Lil Maselli, Greg Bendel, and Frank West, thank you for all your support and efforts that you put in. The support of the finance committee that goes through. Our OPM and his crew, Lee Morissette and Dietz and Company, the many residents of Wilmington that have made this all possible. And for their energy and tireless effort, the elderly services and the focus group that have kind of helped us get this through together. We couldn't have done it without you. Yeah?
1, 2, 3, throw!
Thank you!
Thank you for coming today. This was a great day.